Okay, so I'm wanting to relocate the battery. So tomorrow I'm gonna go check out a few shops that do like welding supplies and stuff and try to find some nice thick heavy gauge wiring. In the meantime, I was thinking about what I was going to do to relocate the air filter on this, and this piece is straight out of my FG turbo from the original airbox setup, and it's 4" and it's not tightened on there, but it goes straight on and it's like perfect length. And also that's just sitting there for now, the catch can. I'm gonna look for some hose to actually run the rear crankcase breather over, because it's just been sitting like that for quite some time. Yeah, it's a little bit gross in there, although that's probably just dust and stuff, which didn't occur to me till right this very second that there's probably dust and stuff going in there and ending up in the oil. Awesome. Alright, so this one here appears to be the earth that goes to the engine mount there, and this one goes to like the relays and fuses and all that, and then on the positive side, this one goes to the relays and fuses all behind underneath the expansion tank, and this one just goes straight to the starter motor. So I'm no expert, but my plan is to put these two together and earth them, possibly through there, unless I can find a better spot. So these will be joined up and earthed right there. These two. Now this needs power obviously, and this one goes to the starter motor. So my new wire from the battery will go directly to the starter motor. This wire will stay attached, just like on the FG. I'll join these two together here and insulate them. That way the cable from the positive on the battery goes to the starter motor. This is also on the starter motor, so this will bring power through to there. These will be earthed, and yeah, the battery will run up straight to the starter motor, and it will be earthed directly to the body in the boot. That's my plan so far. Right, I cleaned those up a bit, just with just got this little stone disc on the drill, and just cleaned up the connections on both sides. So need to do the same to these. That's what they look like before you clean them up. Pretty average. So I'll clean those up and decide exactly where I'm going to earth them. I was thinking about trying to find a small bolt that would fit here, but I'm thinking maybe I'll just clean the paint off here and just bolt it straight in there. This one I put them straight onto each other. Normally they sit on the same side, but I've put them end to end so I can put this cover over and insulate the hell out of it somehow. It's not the nicest looking thing, but once the air filter's over here, I do plan to make a bit of an air box for here out of aluminium. After I cleaned this up, I decided that I was just going to take the two nuts off and just earth these as they are, because this is just going to make them sit up higher. So that's mounted. The two wires, the two other earths, come from back here. They're underneath. So I've cleaned up the surface on the bottom as well, and cleaned up the bolt as much as I could. But yeah, so the other two are earthed on the bottom. It's just going to look a bit tidier. That's insulated. I've used a bit of an old inner tube just to insulate that. It looks messy, but it's okay. It's all good. So now it's a matter of running the starter cable and making an earth in the boot and seeing if it works. There's the starter cable there. That's the one that runs to the battery. Comes down, oh God, if you can see, here and across the K-frame and up to where the battery normally goes. So we got to put our new starter wire on there, but that one has to stay as well, because that'll run power up to the fuse box and all that good stuff. Well, there's the original starter cable, and there's the terminal on my new one. Bit of a size difference, doesn't quite fit, so I'm gonna have to drill out this this ring terminal. I'm guessing the original one is about, the original hole is about 9mm, because I stuck this step drill in, and the 8 fits in with a little room to spare, but the 10 won't fit. As you see in this one, the 8 won't fit, so I'll bring it up to the 8 and test fit that. There you go, that's bolted on there. Now I just got to figure out where I'm going to route it. Alright, so it's across the K-frame. I'm going to go, I'll cable tie it to the original starter cable just to make sure it's you know, not going to dangle down or anything. And I'll probably put some, I'll probably cable tie it to this power steering line as well, just to make sure it stays well clear of the steering linkage. There's the wire that goes to the starter, and might be able to earth it onto that bolt there. I had to make this because I did buy like a bracket, but it was too wide. It made the box bulge out, as it is. Like even these wing nuts hit the side, but it's flexy enough that you can do them up like that. So these actually just go through the box, and then the box is screwed to the floor. The earths is under here. Forgot to add that in, but I'm not taking this off because these clips, these little screw-in things that go in the clips, are the most useless thing ever. Now to see if it starts. Fingers crossed. It works. Beauty. Now that I've got the catch can mounted, I've got this little short offcut from the rear crankcase breather originally. So that's going to go onto the catch can, then onto that fitting, which I'm going to connect in here. Hopefully I can just drill it with this step bit and thread it in. Because the step drill's like every different level of it's kind of tapered, so it's left this weird pattern, but I think it's going to thread in there nicely. I needed 2 hands for that, but it's definitely nice and tight. Made a few small changes to the water pump. I had a few issues with it sort of not, I think there was a bit of air in it. So I wanted to sit the pump lower because it was up in there behind the headlight. Now it's down lower, sort of even with the outlet. Right, so I put this piece back on. It's like little distribution thing. So the water pump is earthed there. The positive comes from the relay, which is there. It's actually mounted to the catch can, but it's got a little bracket it pulls straight off. So if I need to take the catch can out, don't need to disconnect any wiring or anything. And this is the trigger wire. I actually pulled the pin out of the headlight plug, the positive line for the park light. So as soon as you turn the park lights on, or you got headlights on, you get positive 12 volt through there to the relay to turn it on, and that fires up the water pump. I'm absolutely terrible at bodywork, but there was a nice dent right here. The whole hood needs a respray though. I actually have a BAXR8 bonnet that I'm gonna have the bulge cut and welded on. So like there's little stone chips and stuff everywhere through it, so I'm not too fussed about the finish because I'll have it painted properly, like professionally, when the hood bulge goes on. But that dent was annoying me for now, so just thought I'd have a go at that while I paint something else. Again, I'm terrible with paint. I've never had any luck with it, but I'm having a go. This is a replica ED XR6 or ED XR6 XR8 spoiler. It's from Replaglass, so it's a fiberglass one, and it came in undercoat, but it certainly was not ready for paint. It needed a heap of work, and it actually still needs a lot more. It should have had a lot more. Like, look at that little wave in it. I don't know if you can see up here, but it's not cleared yet. I've only just put another coat on. I'm gonna do at least one more coat, and then I'll clear it. But I really don't want to drill holes because it has 2 bolts actually like grafted into the fiberglass of it. So I was thinking about just cutting those off and using like double-sided tape, you know, the same stuff they use to hold on, you know, the side strips on the doors and everything. Figure a layer of it under here, right along, and then another one under where it joins the back of the boot. There's like a pinhole there. I don't know if I actually ended up getting a final shot of everything completely in. Just amp wiring. Not too bad. Tidy enough.